Speaking to Canvey manager Brad Wellmen following today's 2-1 defeat against Chichester City. Brad, obviously not the start you wanted to the season. From our point of view, it didn't look great. What did it look like from where you were standing?
It was disappointing, really. I think we come out of pre-season with a lot of excitement, and I think that it's always going to be difficult coming to a club that's just been promoted. You know, we had that a couple of years ago, and you know, they've got all the excitement to do with that. And I thought first half we was good out of possession. I thought we limited them to few opportunities, and did we get lucky with a penalty? I don't know. I weren't up that end, but he's hit the guy's hand, and we got a penalty. We've gone 1-0 up. So, you know, when we're coming in at half time, and we all think that we've got something to fight for and hold on to, and just felt if we could get our possession side of the game or in possession side of the game going, we'd be okay. And we sort of come out with sloppy and got two terrible goals, you know, and then you're up against it, and then you're 2-1 down. They've got something to hold on to. Although I felt that we grew into the game for that sort of 20-25 minute period towards the end, but at the end of the day, it was lacklustre. That was almost like a pre-season performance for me, you know.
So we go in 1-0 at half time. Do you think we maybe came out in the second half? Did we look a little bit disjointed? Looked a little bit tired, maybe? Which is worrying, considering it's the first game of the season. Yeah,
it's strange because our energy levels have been really good during pre-season. We've been good with fitness. I think, you know, it's hot. It's a 4G. It saps your energy a little bit. But I don't think I'm not going to put that down to sluggish. I think they obviously come out a little bit sharper, and I just think it's the manner in which we gave up the goals. We just got beaten behind too easy, and we just looked all over the place. You know, the first one sort of smacked us in the face, and the second one was it 5 minutes later or something? And it hurts you. But don't get me wrong, they're not a bad team. They've got the boy Wild up front, leads the line well and causes problems. And I think individually they have players that cause us problems. You know, I think it was Mo Jama caused us a lot of issues in the pockets, and we just didn't get to grips with it. I don't think it's a fitness issue. I don't think it's just. It's sometimes that 10-15 minutes for half time it's difficult to get going again, but I think they just come out and wanted it more, and just sort of like scored on from their part good goals, on our part poor goals.
So we had over 20 minutes to get ourselves back into it. You said you thought we grew back into it, but was you frustrated to see us? We barely had a shot on goal.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a resolute defensive side. I think we got ourselves into good opportunities. I think it just comes down to decision making. You know, I think you know, even in the first half, it might not be like shots, etc. But Manny was breaking their back line 4 or 5 times, and just no one in there. In the second half, I think Finn had a couple. One where he could have just squared it, and he's had a shot and it's gone over the bar, which I think any forward would take that shot on, do you know what I mean? But it is someone in a better position. I think Kane's broke through a couple of times. I think we've got ourselves into good areas, but I think it's just our final decision making that's hurt us, that hasn't allowed us to finish that opportunity off. But listen, I'm positive. It's the first game of the season, and it's just disappointing to come here and get beat, you know.
So we go again on Tuesday night. That's the joy of losing first game of the season, is there's always a second game straight after. What do you do to the team on Tuesday night? Do we see changes? So there's obviously some new signings, new faces. Will it be changed, or will we see more of the same?
I think, you know, he's like we just said to the team, to be fair, that you know, that's the joy. Is you lose one game, you got right back on it 2 days later. So we've certainly got an opportunity to put it right. I think that we need to sit back and analyse the game. But you know, fair play when I look at people like Ewan and Kane that come on, and young Harvey at left back. They impacted the game. They made us a little bit better. Whether they're now ready to start, I don't know. You know, it's not. You know, the boys that have come off, or the boys that were on the pitch, they're our seasoned players. You know, we just got to make sure everyone's firing on the right cylinders. And I think that, you know, hashtag's a bit of a local derby. It's at home on Tuesday night under the lights. I think the pitch will be a little bit zippy, where it's sticky today on this 4G. And I think that just naturally we'll be up for the game. But in terms of personnel, listen, the one thing we're really pleased with at the moment is that we've got a deep squad. Whereas last year, when we went through our injury crisis, etc., we probably didn't have the players coming off the bench. But I think now we've got players that can come off the bench and make an impact. obviously with it being midweek, Chris is available as well up front, which is a big opportunity for us. So yeah, listen, we're excited. We'll regroup and we'll go again. And it's now once you get beat, first game, it's all about getting 3 points on the board, and we'll go and try and do it. But when you look around this league, it's so difficult this year. I've just looked at the results there, and it's crazy. You know, you got Chatham who are chucking money at it, getting beaten. Lewis, Dover come in and slapping Potters Bar. I think 8-0 was it?
8-0.
It's just crazy. You know, Hashtag getting beat by Cray. Chesant, I think, beat Bognor. People can beat everyone, but it's not going to be an easy league. So we've got to get points on the board early, and that breeds confidence, and we'll be good to go. Do you know what I mean? But fair play to Chichester today. You know, it's their first game at this level, and I wish them the best of luck. And also appreciate the fans coming down. You know, it was more than enough down here making some noise, and it's a long trip, and we appreciate that, and we'll just all stick together and go again Tuesday.
Awesome, thank you, Brad.
Cheers, sir. Thanks, mate. Top man.